everybody, and welcome to the Commentary Zone. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Memorial Day weekend. I hope everybody has a wonderful time with friends and family and be safe. Today on the docket, we have a pile of mess. 90 Day Fiancé Season 9, Episode 6. If I have to turn this car around, oh my God.
I, I'm just gonna say right now, this. Well, okay. Let me preface this.
You
I
can't
don't
even
care.
get it out.
I mean, I don't. But see, I just don't care about anybody else but this couple right here. Because this couple was the meat of the episode for me.
Mhm.
For me. So I want to let you get your summary out, and then we can go in on the couples.
Oh, okay. So these summaries are really quick. Jabri and Miona, um, Shealia and his mama need to smack him. Um, Ari and Biniam, girl, you take him sightseeing, tell him he gonna be forever broke, and then start complaining about paying bills that you haven't had to pay for your entire life. Get out of here. Patrick and Thais, is that
Thais,
close
yeah.
enough? Thais. All right. Welcome to America. You don't know about drinking beer for breakfast, girl? Stop complaining. You living in a really nice Airbnb and driving around in a Tesla that probably is a lease. Um, and John got a bit of a drinking problem because I was with him until he said, "Well, you can eat the steak off the floor," and then I was just like, "How about you start drinking after you cook my steak for breakfast?"
Right
Uh,
there you go.
then it was fight at the mini golf, whatever. Yvette and Muhammad go back to Egypt. Because if you want to play your Muslim rules games that she can't be alone with another man in the house, then I'm going to have to ask you to evacuate her house and stop fucking her before you marry her. Cara and Guillermo, who she met this time? A judgmental best friend of hers.
Right.
So Kara got a drinking problem too. What else is new? All right, done.
All right. All right. I have to like go in on the couples a little bit. So I'm gonna start with um Cara and what's his face? Guillermo.
Guillermo, yeah,
I don't care about neither one of y'all
for real.
because
This is manufactured.
yeah, this is manufactured for real. I mean, you met her on vacation, but she's trying to act like your mama. No, that's not gonna work. Mm mm. Nope, because you already trying to come in like you the man. Like, well, she does these things I don't like, and basically she should do what I tell her to do. That's not happening. That's not Kara. She gonna do what she want to do, and you either you get on the boat or get out or go back home. That's pretty much where
Mm-hmm.
she is. That's what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's gonna happen. And sir, you can't work, and she you're reliant on her. So I'm gonna need you to shut up. If you plan on staying with her, you need to shut up and get on the page because you're literally dependent on her. Dependent means you need her. She don't need you.
Mm-hmm.
She can replace you
It's
on her
sad.
next trip to Dominican Republic. She gonna replace you if you don't
For
shut it up.
real. Yep.
All right. Who's the next another useless couple? Oh, Jabri and Miona. Here's my problem here, ma'am. The way I don't like what the mama did. Here's why. First, Miona said like she went through her clothing. Well, she was teaching her how to use a washing machine, which is good. And
Mm-hmm.
you did instead of just putting stuff into the washing machine, you had to inspect it. But I will say when she said, "What is this? Is this for your hair?" Like, really?
Um,
I hollered. I hollered.
but I didn't have a problem with what his mom said to her. Inside my house, we all staying rent free. I'm gonna need you to cover up because when they made the chicken alfredo, it was nips up, and she was sitting right next to his husband, her husband,
Right.
and then when they was doing the laundry, there was a lot of underboob going on, girl.
But see, here's the thing. The reason why I didn't like it, and here's the reason why. Instead of saying like things like this when we're at the dinner table is inappropriate, I would go with that. To me, these are sour taste in my mouth when a woman says like, when my man around, can you not dress like that? I don't like that.
No. No, because you only isolating it to the dinner table. Then she gonna feel, oh, I could come down to breakfast with my cooch
Mm,
hanging out. Because remember, go back a couple of seasons, pal, when she was up in them
yeah.
deeply religious people, she came downstairs in the teddy, and it was just like, say what, girl? You in somebody else's
Mm,
house.
that's
If you got to take a cue from how they dressing.
you gotta adjust basically.
And there's an older
Oh.
man in there, like, I'm not gonna feel comfortable having my ass out and my tits up. And there's an older man that I don't know hanging around there. I do that for my man, but
Mm,
who is he to her? I'm meaning
right. I
the
think for
stepdad.
her, I think for me, what I think they all have to adjust. But I think with Miona, she's not even thinking in those terms. She's looking at them as parents. So she's not looking at them as strangers in my opinion. She's looking at them more as he's a father figure. It's like, oh, that's just daddy number two.
Is she though? Because I would think if you thinking of them as parents, you would have a little bit more respect for
But no, remember what she said though. In her country, when she was living with her
them.
parents, she had no rules. She
We ain't
dressed how
see
she
that.
wanted to.
We ain't
I
see that.
I believe it though, based on her Instagram. Man, I'm gonna say this, mom. You saw her Instagram. What
And
were you
mom
really
gave
expecting?
Jabri a heads up. Tell that bitch put on some clothes around my man. I'm just translating
Fair,
because that's how it came through in my brain circuits. Tell
right.
that bitch put on some clothes around my man.
Basically what you're saying is she relayed the message to Jabri. Jabri didn't deliver the message properly, so she had to tell her straight up. Basically, that's
Jabri didn't tell her the message. Period.
oh, you said period.
Period. Punto. And then he came with all of his one chest hairs coming and bucking up against his mom. Child.
Yeah, I personally, I just don't really judge by clothing, but I get what you're saying from that perspective. I'm like, a man. I
See
get it.
why I was on the mom's side when she said you could dress however you want outside.
Right,
I don't care.
that's fair. But in my house,
My house, my rules.
you can walk around in Candy's house with Todd there, like looking like that. Well, maybe she could.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Um, never mind.
Hi,
Uh,
everybody in the chat.
who else? Okay, who's another like couple? Oh, Benny and
um,
Ari. Here's my whole thing.
broke,
Ari,
brokety broke.
shut up. Here's the problem. Here is the main problem.
Mm-hmm.
You have never paid a bill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go the whole living on your own thing. Because a lot of people don't live on their own, but pay bills. Like who doesn't pay
Mm-hmm.
bills? Like my whole thing is this, Ari. You also told on yourself because
When?
you because she said she never paid a bill in the U.S. I'm like, no, ma'am. You ain't never paid a bill. Period.
Yep, because she
Your
wasn't
mama,
paying the bills in Ethiopia either.
no, your mom and dad was been footing your whole life, and that's the
Mm-hmm.
problem. And now you stressed out. You're not gonna sit here and tell me y'all paying for that apartment. You're not gonna sit there and tell me because I'm sorry. I don't care what they want us to believe. Her parents,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going based on their actions. Their parents are not going to leave them in a situation with no way out. There is no way you're going to sit here and tell me that your parents expect you with no job to
Mm-hmm.
pay for a year lease,
They're
and your
not.
and your man can't work.
But get this, get this. They took out a lease for that apartment, right?
Mm,
The lease is in the mom's name because the other two bobos was overseas. So then,
correct.
if it's too much, skip out and leave your mama to pay the well, yeah.
For real though, that made no sense. And she's running. I'm so stressed out. I'm this. I'm like, you so stressed out about money, but y'all take a trip to New York
Mhm.
sightseeing. Really?
They took the train. It doesn't
Still,
cost that much.
that's a front. I
I
know
do love that they got Guinness.
they ain't paid for no retro. They ain't paid for no Metro card. We know the mama paid for them. Get out of here. But you just not go. You not go here and make me believe that the mama didn't pay up that rent up in cash. You not gonna sit here and make me believe that they paying for that
She
apartment.
she paid first, last, and security deposit, right? In the
That's what she
hopes,
telling.
no, in the hopes that Ari would start brushing off her pen and paper and start writing a freelance article here and there and make some money. She hoping that her daughter grew up, but she didn't. And she has the money to
Okay,
pay out the lease.
thank you. There we go.
If it isn't their condo that they're pretending to lease to
Right, right. Thank you. That's what I'm getting to. Like, no parents gonna set their child up like that,
them.
especially the mama, especially the mama, because you saw how she acted in Ethiopia. There was no
Hmm.
way she's gonna set her daughter up to be any kind of homeless or fail. Get out of here. Shut up.
Well, especially with the grandbaby, especially with the grandbaby.
Mm-hmm.
I if okay, I don't appreciate her saying, okay, he got dreams of being an MMA fighter. I felt like she was dashing his dreams by saying, oh, look at over here in Princeton. These are $1 million houses. He's like, I'll buy you a house. And she's like, not over here, you won't. And MMA fighters, they don't make any money. I looked that up. Shouldn't you have looked that shit up back in Ethiopia and tell
Mm-hmm.
him when he come there, boo, I think you can make more money doing physical training if during
Right,
your downtime you took the certification and then we got you on at the gym.
right.
And you can MMA fight, in your spare time.
She just stomped all over him. I'm like, that's not. And the way I took it is this: you stomping all over his dreams is not going to make him want to stay in America.
But here's the thing, all foreigners, now I'm speaking as a foreigner from back in the late 70s, we all think that this is the land of opportunity. Eventually it gets stomped on, but it should be your closest like anchor who's stomping on that dream, and it should
Right,
be on day two in America. Like, at least give him a week and let the environment do the stomping. You should be reassuring him.
right. And
It
she's like,
was
I'm
just
so
sad.
stressed out. I'm so stressed out, and all the finances are on me. That's a lie. They on your parents because
Hmm.
you have, ma'am, you have no job. So therefore, they have to co-sign for him to come over. Quit playing. Stop it. Stop. Don't do it. Don't do that to us. Your parents. We know your parents. You have no income. So how you bring somebody over here? And we all know either 90-day fiance paid for the visa process or your parents paid for that.
Is Does her dad do cosmetic surgery? Because I want to know how she paid for all of her little tweaks that she had when the son was over here getting surgery for his hernia. I just want to know. Or is she an influencer or some nonsense online? I'm just sorry. I don't mean to put down anybody who's an influencer. I would like to be an influencer, but I don't have nothing to influence unless we talking about being brokety broke.
Let's
Bougie bro.
see.
I bougetto, according to Jamal. I bougetto.
Let's see.
I did a Costco run, y'all. I got in here 15 minutes before this show, so I am hungry and I'm
Oh,
snacking.
he's a cardiologist.
Damn. Maybe he work in an office with somebody so he could get a
Right.
discount.
But yeah, like Ari, just with their storyline is to me, you could see right through it. It's like we know your parents fund your life. Period.
The only thing
Done.
I pay attention with them is whenever they show the little baby. He cute.
Right. But yeah, they're
Nothing else. They're a
nothing
waste
else.
of time.
It, and okay, with them, are they a waste of time because you can see right through it? Is that the main issue you have? It's not
Yeah,
even what
it's
they're
not a
trying
well
to.
constructed script.
Got it. Got it. At least here's the thing. At least if they had showed her working in her parents' office, I could go with that. I have no problem. Cause look at the whole family Pie has on the other way or whatever them people is now. Ever after
Mhm.
whoever they are, they all try to get in the family business. I'm cool with that. I'm so cool with nepotism. But don't try to paint a picture like you're struggling and you're doing this all yourself when from what we hear you're his office manager and we know he's paying you top dollar. I don't. Yeah, get out of here with that. Who
Mm.
next? Who else can I yell
Who
at?
did we do? Who we did Carol, we did Ari. Do you want to do?
We did
Pa-
Jabri.
we did Jabri. All right. Do you want to do Patrick and Thais?
Um, this is really simple. She's here. She thinks she's queen. She has nothing. She
Mhm.
says she can go home whenever she wants to, and her and John aren't getting along, and Patrick feels like he's in the middle. I'm like, well, there really is. I understand where his point of view is coming from, but you need to check your girl. Like, ma'am, ain't none of this yours.
Yeah.
Basically, right now, you are a visitor. You own
Yeah.
nothing. This is my family. Now, John, this is current boo. She may become wifey. We don't know what's going on there yet. We trying this out. You need to be nice to her just like she needs to be nice to you. Because if y'all can't get it right, I'll kick both y'all out.
Well, here's the thing. I'm smelling Airbnb. Um,
Okay, Debbie, I'm with you. You wanna know why? You know what the first kicker was for me? Here's the first
what?
kicker for me. When you that first thing they go in and those tall ceilings, you got nothing on the walls.
No personalization.
And but you see how they try to play us though when they went into the bedroom, right? And you saw like
Hmm.
that one or two photos on the
The
nightstand,
bedside. Yeah.
right? And
Hmm.
they noticed they kissed standing up, right? You didn't see them just fall on the bed like most couples who ain't seen each other in a minute. Like
Oh.
they was trying not to break nothing.
Well, did you also notice? Okay, if it's two bachelors living in the house,
It was too clean.
it's
Sorry.
really clean. And then I don't see those two guys, especially John from Boston, and Patrick. God only knows what he does. Um, I don't see them picking out that furniture. It's a little bit too tasteful and stagey neutral to appeal to everyone.
Right.
And it could be that the wife left it behind or whatever, but that's a long shot.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I hope they get their damage deposit back.
Right. And you know how John was drinking while playing video games standing up. He was not sitting on no furniture. Like he
And
couldn't sit
all
like
of the guys were in the kitchen standing around the island.
right. Mhm.
Mm, well,
But
good
I do.
luck.
But well, good luck. I was happy that Patrick talked to her and said, "Hey,
Mm,
you were hard on him." She's all, "He was hard on me too." He's all, "I know." He's all, "I'll talk to him about that as well." And she said, "Okay." And then I like the fact that he went to him to the John and said, "Look, y'all, you were hard on her. We need to make this work. You know, yada yada yada." So I was happy he spoke to both of them and let them both know they were in the wrong. I really appreciated that about him. But I think with Patrick, he's going to have to really sit down and talk to her and let her know he's not going nowhere. Period.
unless he's lying to her and saying that he's moving out. You know what I mean? Like I want to know what the background conversation is because why are you, you know, you coming up to the states, you know that he is there living with your man.
Mhm.
Why not make it work? Make the best of it if you know
Right.
he's not going nowhere.
Make it
Um,
easy. Make it easy on your own life.
I I really do think they need to address John's drinking though.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this: we didn't see him drink a whole 6 pack before noon. So I'm going to reserve judgment.
Yeah, but how did he throw the steak on the floor if you only drinking their first beer?
Yeah, I was kind of upset about the steak though. I'm not gonna sit here
You know,
and lie.
we are purveyors of food here. We do not waste food. We
I
enjoy
was
it.
I was mad at John for that. Just saying,
Hmm.
I was quite upset with him. We don't waste steak around here.
And I didn't like his comments, you know, suggesting that she should be okay with eating food off of the floor based on where she come from, not
Right.
wasting food. Like,
Mm-mm.
no, boo. Mm-mm. You lost
Stop
me
that.
there.
These little microaggressions, y'all need to stop that.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Cut it
who's next?
out. You want to do Yvette and, yeah, Yvette and
I don't like
Muhammad.
neither. I don't like neither one of y'all. Neither one, because this was contrived, in my opinion, to a degree. You know, y'all this little fight talking about you can't be in the same room as a man, and
Mm-hmm.
you talking about you should have called me. Excuse, I'm doing this for you. No, I don't. I don't like the dynamic. I don't like with them. I kind of saw the issue when he got there
Mm-hmm.
because when he said like my mom does this, my mom does that. I'm like, see, you looking for a wife to replace your mom. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't care for that because If you
Could that
want,
be cultural though?
it could be, but for me, he's taking it a little bit too far. He literally expects Eve to be his mama. I could see you wanting the creature comforts. I get it. But to expect it of someone who's not your wife, it's a red flag for me.
It is a red flag. But I'm just going to reference back to last season, Memphis and what
Hamza,
was his name? Hamza. That wasn't their storyline. But if you looked at the relationship between him and his mom did everything for him.
right, right,
Their own, but they had other storylines, right?
right,
So
right.
that wasn't the primary focus, and I'm sure that he expects Memphis to do that for him. This one, Muhammad, he probably has nothing else to be a storyline, so this is what they've
Mm,
decided on. um but I think it could be cultural. um and shame on her, because technically she wants a babysitter, right? If this person didn't do anything for themselves back home, you expect to bring him over here to take care of your child. And as I said in my little summary, I'm gonna need Muhammad to stop that, because you can't be like a halfway Muslim, because you are over here unmarried to Yvette and having sex with her. But now you're gonna dictate that she gotta go stand outside of the house if there's a strange man inside of the house. Well, I'm gonna need you to go stand outside of the house and not have any more sexual relations.
that and you talking about, well, she needs to dress more modestly, but you were all over her bikini pics on Instagram.
That's
I
how they
mean,
met, right?
right? You can't be
Mm-hmm.
like. I agree with you. You can't be a sometime Muslim. It's either you all in or all out. You can't be Muslim by convenience. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. If it helps you win the argument, it
Mm-mm.
don't work like that.
I didn't like that because you're not gonna sit here and dictate to someone in their own home. That's not gonna happen.
And didn't he say when he got off of the plane, right? When they first met and they kissed, and he was like, "Oh my God, their freedom, because I can't do this back home." He was enjoying that freedom. Now all of a sudden you're not.
It sounds like for me the way it's coming across, and tell me, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds like he's all about the freedoms when it benefits him.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the freedom benefit him, he's cool. But if they benefit him, no, no, you can't be that free. No freedom for you.
Oh,
That's the
I
way
don't like
that's
that.
the way it comes across. Me neither.
I don't like that. That don't work for me. Hey,
Who next?
Susan.
Susan. Who next? And Jen. Who's next?
Um, the last Bobos. I think we've gone through everybody. This was a rapid fire rant. Okay, Shaida and Bilal.
Okay, let's. I think with them, and we've talked about this before we came on the show. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think with them, we're gonna have to separate them out in this part because for me, I can see both sides,
Mm-hmm.
and
I
I
was
can
very
also
conflicted.
agree with both of them. It was weird. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll start with Bilal because now I understand where he's coming from. I'm not a person who likes to be hit like that. Now I'm going to go back to her a little bit. She was being playful. You could tell. Here's the crux. This just shows y'all don't have that kind of relationship yet.
They only
Y'all
been
don't.
together for 7 days, though.
Right. And I've seen couples they do that. They'll jump on each other, rough house, hit each other, play with your smile, laugh. He was not having them. Like, see, here's the issue, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't have that level of communication and playfulness. Your relationship is not like that. So he got extremely offended when she did that, especially when he said stop, and that was her cue. When he says stop, you should stop because you don't
Yeah.
have that relationship. You're not there yet.
Even if
And
they did, you would know. You know, like
when he's
to
being
me,
serious,
if somebody says stop, I'm be like, oh, okay,
right?
because stop is stop, and I expect that when I say stop, somebody's gonna respect that. You know what
Yes,
I mean?
agreed.
Mm-mm.
Now from her side, I get that she was being playful, but he was driving. Let's not forget that he's driving. I'm like, can you not play with me while I'm driving, please? I need my full focus on the road and the cars around us so I don't wreck.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
that was the part that kind of I was like, don't do that. And you trying to grab his face? No, He needs his face to be on the road. On the road.
Oh my God. It was hard. It was hard for me because, like I told from yesterday when I told you, I said there was some, it was hard for me culturally, and then the rules that I set for myself as an
Hmm.
individual.
Right.
I understand the tapping. I do.
I do.
Because that's what we call it, taps. You know,
Yeah.
just gonna tap you. I understand that. But what I don't understand, I don't, for me, I don't want anybody hitting me while I am driving. So I would never do that to anyone else. I don't like, here's another one with in Bilal. He's okay with pranking others, but no one
Hmm.
can do it to him. He doesn't have a sense of humor for himself, you know?
Hmm.
And his jokes, his pranks, they're not funny. They're hurtful and demeaning.
Hmm.
And so when she did the first tap and he said stop, she should have stopped. But she kept on going. She grabbed his face. But then when he turned around and he was like, are you violent? I don't know if that's okay. Where you come from, I didn't like
Mm-mm.
that. And then when
No.
he said, you gonna wind up taking an Uber and then pull that car over, excuse me, sir. You brought this woman from her country, from everything that she knew, and then to treat her like garbage, you doing it over and over and over again. And then they get to the mosque. And I know they have to separate because men and women worship separately, but when they came together, he didn't introduce her to nobody. He ignored her.
I did not like that.
And then it was very brief with the ex-wife, but I think that went well, but he didn't do anything to help it.
Nothing.
And then they got, when they got home, when we see them back home and she's thinking that they going on a date, he chastising her like she's some little 5-year-old. Fuck
Didn't like
you,
that either.
Bilal. Uh-uh. I just
And
don't
she had
like
it
none
right.
of that.
She had it right. Like he was trying to um chastise like a child. She thought he's always lecturing me. I'm like, and it's true. Like, and when she said, and she hit this on point so well. When she said, like, you know what? Now you're trying to like, you're trying to punish me because you're canceling date night. He's like, I didn't cancel it. I just said I didn't feel like, I really feel like going. Sir, in my mind, that's the same thing as you canceling at
Thank
this point.
you. Thank you. He's
At this point,
gaslighting her. He
for
is.
real.
Hi Maya B. Very disrespectful. Yes, I
Yeah.
felt both of them were disrespectful to each other, but he took it to several different levels.
Right.
Susan says, "I want to know why he got divorced. That will tell a lot." Yep.
Yep. Because she,
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like the ex-wife filed for divorce.
Ooh, yeah. Yes,
That's what it sounds
I
like. The
got that
ex-wife
feeling because
that
he
she
double
left.
talks himself. He does, but that's how it came across to me when he was describing his divorce.
Oh yeah, like they
Mm,
talking like the family was talking. He was shattered. He was upset. I'm like, okay, but I can see why. If you, this is how you were with your ex-wife, she probably got sick of you and said, "I'm leaving."
mm-hmm. And you
And I
know
can see that
why?
very easily.
Remember at the very top of their scenes, and he's telling her pick her drawers up off the floor, pick her panties up. Why would you do that on TV?
Right.
He's just nasty and demeaning. I can do it. I can do it. And he's just a little bit too comfortable doing that to her. Mm-mm. I heard this too. Wasn't he married twice? I heard it too. But I can't confirm it. He has a lot of
Oh
issues.
yeah.
Hmm?
Oh, a secret ex-wife. Are you serious?
Wait, you
We
found
have
it?
no. It's just an arc from Screen Rant. It,
Oh
it just says
Lord.
it just says he's accused of having a secret ex-wife. I'm like, see. Oh, hold on. According to the blogger, 90 Day Fiancé celeb Bilal has been married more than once. I have to open this up, y'all. Sorry, now we're on this subject.
Oh
Let's
no.
see. Uh,
Maybe that's why he didn't want to come on the show.
Bilal Haziez was reportedly married to a different woman before he married Shahida or Shida on 90 Day Fiancé. It makes Shida Bilal's third wife. Oh,
Yikes.
and it looks like there's a picture of the previous ex-wife. Um, I'm just trying to look. Sorry, guys. I'll just read this first paragraph out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
New 90 Day Fiance Catherine Bilal Hazia is being accused of hiding his first marriage before ex-wife Shahida and wife to be Shida Sween from fans on season 9. Top rung real estate investor Bilal met yoga instructor Shida from Trinidad and Tobago online. Shida sent a friend request to Kansas City man Bilal after coming across his page through mutual friends. Bilal flew to Shida's home to meet her, and within a week, the couple was engaged and even did a nikah. With
Mm-mm.
Shida currently in the U.S. in the TLC show storyline, Shida is discovering that Bilal is good at keeping secrets. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Silver Goddess. Welcome, welcome.
Wow.
That's a mess. Ooh. So wouldn't it be funny if her name was also Shida, or Shakira, or something
Uh
like
oh.
that?
Here we go.
Oh
Let
Lord.
me let me do this for you guys, just so I can have share screen, share screen, share screen. Uh, just so y'all can actually see where I'm getting this from. So this is it says, however, YouTuber. This is I'm skipping down. So it says, however,
Hmm.
YouTuber the celeb talk guy made a video about how Bilal's past hasn't fully been fully revealed on the show. According to the blogger, 90 Day Fiance celeb Bilal has been married more than once. In the first episode of the season, Bilal mentioned he was previously divorced. Bilal introduced Shahida, who he was married for 10 years. The marriage didn't work out, but it did bless Bilal with his kids, Zaina 16 and son Yusuf 13. However, Starcasm first reported that his divorce with Shahida was Bilal's second divorce. The Missouri man Bilal got married to a woman called Amira in August 2002. And
What?
this is from Screen Rant.
No way.
Oof.
And so his sister got a lot of nerve saying that she got red flags because Shahida was engaged a few times. Your brother was divorced whole two times. That's bare red flags right there.
Right.
Oh, she got a lot of nerve.
Ooh, I want to know what other secrets come out though. Now I'm curious.
Airbnb.
Right? That his old home was a flip.
Oh my god.
We gotta keep a watch out for these people. They
That was
putting
a
okey
mess.
dokes. They putting okey dokes out here.
I still am mad at production. They need to do better. They need to come up with better stories, get better actors. Like, come on now.
Right. I mean, after that whole Mahogany and Ben situation, oof, that was just a wreck. 90 Day Fiance, do better. Do better, please. I'm going with Debbie on this one. Please do better. But for
I mean,
me,
episode 6 and all the storylines are falling apart.
right? We could, we could even get a good fantasy. I'm going to need them to bring in the producers for the family Chantel. At least they kept that mess a secret to the end, to after season when we found out everything.
Oh
Do
my
better.
god.
Do better. But overall, this episode wasn't that bad except for all the other couples except for Shida and Bilal. They literally could just make this the Bilal and Shida show for this episode, not to watch the whole thing. I didn't care about nobody else.
That's true.
Zero, nobody else.
I'm even losing faith in Shida. And you know, she was my only anchor for this season.
It's it's because she's showing red flags, but excuse me. I think with them, she is still holding on to the prank and the fact that he hasn't given her an answer about children. I think she has resentment, and what it is, her resentment is coming through.
Right, but can you blame her?
No, no, no,
She
I'm not
let
blaming
the
her.
security of her home, and
Hmm.
again, I blame her for that because I
Yeah.
wouldn't have been going nowhere without an address. And it's not like
Mm.
how it was in the 70s where all you had was the address on a piece of paper.
Right.
And the telephone number. Now you got Google Maps, Google Streets. You could go and look at the house.
Right. Without even leaving your home.
Exactly. I
So
don't
I get,
know.
so that's the thing with her. 'Cause I was kind of conflicted with her, but when I had to sit back while we were talking, let me think about this. I'm like, yeah, you're resentful because you're still bringing up the prank in episode 6.
But has he
Um,
apologized for it though?
Not really.
Then
And
I
then
would
the
hold on to it.
the fact that he hasn't given her a definitive answer on having children. So I get where she's coming from more than I get where he's coming from. Why I understand his side. And another thing before we go, um, Shida, kudos to you and your yoga practice. Because if I tried any of that, I'd be in traction.
But you know what it made me want to do? Like if she ever opened up a YouTube yoga thing, I would subscribe.
Yeah,
Um,
just for the basics.
oh Lord, Silver Goddess. She says that Bilal comes across like a male chauvinist pig. There, I said it. Hmm.
He does, and he has some underlying control issues. I'm going to go look at.
Hmm.
I'm gonna keep a watch out for her. Watch out for him. Sorry, because there's underlying control issues, and I wonder why those marriages fell apart. Because
True.
if you take an account of what he says and how he says it, and how he has had things his way,
Hmm.
there's control issues there, and I want to keep an eye on that. I no, it's
It is
subtle.
odd.
It's subtle, but it's there.
Hmm.
And if I can see it, I can't be the only one that sees this because even the way he talks to her, it's
Hmm.
very much in a condescending, like I know best kind of way.
I don't
And
even
she's
think he talks to his kids like that.
nope, nor the ex-wife.
Cause she put him in check.
Yeah, all you could tell she put him in check all the time. I guess she
Mm.
got tired of it.
Well, that's probably why she left
Yeah,
and got married to somebody else.
congratulations to her. He needs to get his life together.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah.
Shada's a cool woman, but I'm looking at Shada like this, ma'am. I'm sorry to say this to you, but I'm gonna place most of the blame on you because you really should have had these conversations before you decided to come over here. Because the kid thing at her age, that that should have been like number one discussion. Especially he already has kids who are teenagers.
Hmm.
He may not want to go through all that again, and I don't think he does.
But then why'd he propose to her
I
and keep
in my
stringing her
mind,
along for 2 years?
I think he was thinking, oh, I can change your mind.
That's even more controlling.
Right. Like, let me show her the
I
lifestyle she could
can't.
have without children. Like, I'll get her here. We'll do some traveling, and then when she brings up kids, he's like, babe, like if we have a baby, we can't travel like that anymore.
He don't know
That's
Caribbean folks. We take our children everywhere.
everywhere. That's just the way I'm taking him right now. So I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
Oh, no.
Is there anything else you took away from this episode? Cause I'm tapped out.
It was all BS.
Right?
Infuriating BS. I think I will have to change the I would have to add rant into our title because this was a mess.
I mean, we're just calling it like we see it. Like what we've lost all hope in everybody. Y'all all can get it now. Shida, you were the last shining hope, and you kind of let us down a little bit, girl. You don't be hitting folks while they're driving. I'm gonna need you not to do that. I'm gonna need you not to be hitting the little people while they're driving. Mm-mm. No, run, girl. We know we I think they have already married. They're already married, but still run.
Yeah. Yeah. But anywho,
Yeah,
that was the shizzle.
yeah. That's
All
it.
right, y'all.
This was just so y'all know. This was the Shida and Bilal episode, and everybody else. If you watched it, I'm sure y'all don't care about nobody else but them two because they was the meat of the episode.
They're the only ones that are giving juicy content because it left me conflicted.
Very conflicted.
Everybody else was like, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
hmm All right. Well, everybody have a wonderful holiday weekend. Stay safe. Eat lots of burgers and hot dogs and potato salad and whatever you eat. I don't know. Whatever y'all have at the barbecue. Enjoy.
Right. All right, everybody.
Um, so until next time.
Of course.
All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.